Okay, good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming out on this beautiful day today. We're not having any rain, so that makes it a good day. We have rain coming later, but I think we're going to have a great day before that. I want to welcome everybody on behalf of Mayor Deegan and the Parks Department, Director Daryl Joseph. We're here today kicking off our Safe Boating Week that starts tomorrow, and also our awareness for our manatee protection zones and our plan that we have here in Duval County. We have some great people to give you some good information today. So without further ado, we will start off with calling up Councilmember Mike Gay, Councilmember for District 2, and also our Waterways Commission Vice Chair. Councilman.
Good morning. Thank you, Captain Suber. You're truly a legend in our waterways, and we appreciate all the efforts you do. I am Mike Gay, the City Councilman of District 2, Vice Chair of Waterways, and appreciate everybody coming out. I appreciate the efforts that the Waterways does, the Commission does for our waterways, and the leadership Jimmy Peluso has provided as chairman, and the various committees that we have that has spent a lot of time behind the scenes making sure the derelict vessels are removed, our waterways are made safe. We've got various subcommittees with the River Accord, and one of the crucial committees we have is the Shoaling Subcommittee, and you'll hear more about that from some of the speakers today. And we want to bring that to the forefront, that we want to protect our manatees and make sure everybody enjoys the waterways. But we've got a issue out there with our shoaling that's being growing and becoming a hazard in the river. So we want to bring that to everybody's attention for boater safety. And so you'll hear a little bit more about that. We appreciate all of our agencies that are here, that are involved, and we look forward to good summer activities of boating for your safety and enjoyment. And so without further ado, we'll go ahead and move on with the next speaker, Captain Michael Haney. And appreciate everybody coming.
Thank you, Councilman. My name is Michael Haney. I'm captain with Florida Fish and Wildlife. And as Captain Suber mentioned, today we are kicking off Safe Boating Week, which is a national awareness campaign to help promote safe boating and make sure everybody is out there enjoying the environment and the waters, but in a safe manner. Here in Florida, we have over 1 million registered vessels. We have more registered vessels than any other state in the country. And due to our wonderful climate, we basically have year-round boating activity. Even though it's not officially summer yet, we already are experiencing the summer weather. Jacksonville being the river city, there's tremendous amount of waterways and water opportunities for people to go out and recreational boat, to fish, to enjoy the area. And we just want to make sure that people are out doing it safely. Every year we have far too many boating accidents, nearly all of which are preventable. Already this year we've had a number of serious and several fatality boating incidents that we've had to deal with that have had traumatic impact on families and citizens around Jacksonville. And that's what we're here to try and prevent. So just a few key components of the safe boating. Number one is life jackets. Statistics show that over 50% of boating fatalities are from drowning, and nearly every one of these can be prevented by the wearing of life jackets. These days, there are a number of different styles that are much more comfortable. It's not like the old days where you have a large, cumbersome life jacket. So they're slim, they're inflatable, and we encourage everyone. When we're out on patrol, we wear life jackets all the time. And I'll encourage every boater when they're out there to wear a life jacket, because if something unexpected does happen, it tremendously improves your chances of surviving and staying safe. With the life jackets, as well as all the other safety gear on your boat, we encourage everyone to take this time to go through, make sure everything is in good working order, it's serviceable, it's not expired. Make sure you know where it is. Even if you have it on your boat, if it's not immediately accessible in an emergency, it may not do you any good. So make sure that everything is accessible and you're familiar with it. Boating safety education is a big component. Statistics show that 83% of boaters in fatal accidents have no formal boater education. So there are numerous boater safety education opportunities available both online and in person, free, no cost to citizens. They can go to our website, myfwc.com, and look for the Safe Boating tab, and they can participate and get some safe boating education there. Driving sober, BUI. Statistics show that over 23% of fatalities involve alcohol and drugs. So as law enforcement, this is one of our main priorities throughout the summer as well as holiday weekends to make sure that everybody is out there not impaired. Just make sure that you have a sober operator, and we want you to go out and have fun, but be able to get you and your family and your friends home safely. And lastly, just the general awareness when you're out on the boat. The marine environment is very dynamic. We don't quite have all the structure and rules and red lights and all the safety features that there are when you're used to driving a car. So when you're out there on the boat, just maintain a 360-degree awareness, constantly be looking around, evaluating the environment, the situation, pay attention for possible hazards, other boats, environmental, all kinds of different issues that may come up. We want everybody to go out and enjoy our beautiful city and our weather. We just want it done in a safe manner so that everybody can come home at the end of the day. Thank you for your time. Next up is going to be Aaron Johnson.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to be here, Captain Suber. My name is Aaron Johnson. I'm the Administrative Director of the North Florida Marine Association. The North Florida Marine Association's goal is to promote safe boating and to be a resource to boaters locally here in the North Florida area. We would like to remind all boaters, fishermen, and water enthusiasts that National Safe Boating Week kicks off tomorrow, May 18th, and runs through May 24th. This Observance Week is the annual kickoff of the Safe Boating Campaign, which is a global awareness effort that encourages boaters to make the most of their boating adventures by committing to safety, responsibility, and education. We encourage all boaters to brush up on their boating safety skills and prepare for the upcoming boating season. We, along with the National Safe Boating Council, recommend these tips for all boaters. Take a boating safety course, check all of your equipment, file a float plan, keep it and give it to somebody who's going to stay on land. Always wear your life jacket. Use an engine cutoff device, which is the law now. Watch the weather. Weather is important, especially in Florida. Know what's going on around you at all times. Be aware of your surroundings. Know where you're going and travel at safe speeds. Never boat under the influence. You should always have a designated captain who is going to stay sober and take care of your crew. And keep in touch using some sort of waterproof device like a VHF radio, emergency locator beacon, or satellite phones. We especially encourage local residents to practice these skills and go through the list that we just mentioned during the return of the largest boat event here in North Florida that's coming up on June 6th, which is Boater Skip Day. Each year, hundreds of local boaters take advantage of a once-a-year opportunity to trade a work day in for making memories on the water. And again, that takes place Friday, June 6th at 9 a.m. Boaters are encouraged to meet up at Marker 24 at Bayard Point, just south of the Shands Bridge. So just keep all of these safety things in mind when you go and attend an event such as that. For more boating information and for any resource that you may need to keep your boat on the water, keep it afloat, safety resources, you can go to our website, which is boatjax.com. That's BOAT-JAX.com. And again, thank you for being here. Next up is our FWC Manatee Protection, Miss Nadia Lenz.
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to be here today. I'm with FWC's Fish and Wildlife Research Institute, and we are based at the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens. Our team of 3 covers 11 counties for marine mammal response, including manatees, dolphins, and whales. We recover carcasses and perform necropsies to collect samples and determine cause of death. We conduct rescues along with our many partners and are involved with many additional research projects. As of May 10th, 2024, there have been 257 manatee mortalities in the state of Florida. In Duval County, we have had 3 manatee mortalities. 1 was verified not necropsied, 1 was cold stress, and the 3rd was an acute watercraft case near Talleyrand, an adult female. The wounds consisted of propeller and blunt force trauma, but it's actually blunt force trauma that causes more mortality when it comes to watercraft cases. On the rescue front, and I should mention too that when it comes to manatees, their scars, unfortunately, watercraft scars are so prevalent that it is used to identify individuals. Then, on the rescue front, we have had 1 rescue, which was an assist and release related to commercial blue crab pot gear. Please remember, do not intervene with marine mammals as it is illegal. You may cause harm to the animal, yourself, and even though individuals have good intentions, they may end up doing more harm than good, such as leaving remaining gear on the animal. So please, if you come across a dead, injured, or tagged marine mammal, please take a picture and call the FWC hotline at 1-888-404-3922. When you call locally in our region, hit 7 and you will receive a live dispatcher. That dispatcher will then alert biologists, and a biologist will call you back directly. Now, this time of year, please be mindful of manatee mating herds. This will consist of a focal female and multiple males vying for position. The average manatee is 9 to 10 feet in length and weighs about 1,000 to 1,200 pounds, with females getting larger than the males. Also, manatees will naturally surface rest, where they will hang at the water surface for hours, a behavior also known as logging. However, if you see a manatee listing in the water or excessively buoyant, please give us a call, as it may be a sign of a watercraft injury. So again, please call that hotline 888-404-3922. For more information on manatees or the latest mortality and rescue numbers, please visit our website at myfwc.com, and those numbers are updated weekly. I'd also like to take this opportunity to show you a manatee tag. Now, this is a VHF tag, but in this area and throughout Florida, you will find many manatees outfitted with satellite tags. The satellite tags are more bulbous, but also contain an antenna. Then, attached to this tag is a tether, and the tether is attached to a belt on the manatee. These can be used for many reasons, such as a young calf that was rescued as an orphan and did not get that 2 years with mom. So that animal will need to be tracked once it is rehabilitated at one of the critical care facilities and released back into the wild. This way we know that animal is finding warm water sources and the right food. So again, this is a tag. It does have a breakaway system. So if this animal were traveling and this were to get snagged on maybe a dock, it would break off of the manatee and the manatee would swim away with just the belt. So please note, we even have on here, please do not remove. FWC, if found, please call. And remember, it is a tracking device, so we can track you. So thank you very much. And I'd like to now put it over to Dr. Jerry Pinto with Jacksonville University.
Thank you, Nadia. Hello, everybody. I'm Jerry Pinto with the Marine Science Research Institute at Jacksonville University, where we do aerial surveys of manatees. I'd just like to impress upon you that we have several hundred manatees that frequent this area during the spring and summer. And during the warm season, they tend to move along the shorelines for the most part. And so, like law enforcement will tell you, we need to make sure that you maintain appropriate speeds while you're boating. So if you see those big signs with the big orange circle on them, make sure you slow down. That gives the manatee a chance to get away from the boats or avoid them. Make sure that you take care of your trash. Do not let the trash get into the waterways. That's another thing that kills manatees. I'd just like to make sure that you also understand that it's illegal to feed manatees. So avoid feeding them and interacting with them as much as possible. We want to keep these animals wild. And when you interact with them, you tend to change their behavior, and that's not a good thing. We want to keep them wild. I think that's all I really have to say at this point. We have a website. FWC has a website. Please look at those for more information on manatees. I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Quincy Gibson now from UNF.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Quincy Gibson with UNF's Dolphin Research Team. We've been studying the dolphins in the St. Johns River since March of 2011, and we've learned a lot about our local animals in that time. Unfortunately, they're facing a number of threats. One of those threats is a recent increase in boating-related injuries and deaths. In the past month, we've had 3 confirmed cases of watercraft-related dolphin mortalities. I'd like to highlight that although dolphins are highly intelligent animals, the river is a very noisy habitat, and it can be extremely challenging for these dolphins to localize the sound of approaching vessels. So we're asking your help in keeping our local dolphins safe. It's important to note that right now is dolphin breeding season, which runs from April through October of every year. During this time, we have twice as many dolphins in the river as we do at other points of the year. Right now, it's not uncommon for us to see as many as 400 individual dolphins from the mouth of the river at Mayport to downtown Jacksonville on a single day. While these dolphins are in breeding season, there's a lot of socializing and mating activity that distracts them, and they may not notice approaching vessels in time to get out of the way. We also have newborn calves that are inexperienced and unable to dive efficiently, and so that puts them at increased risk of vessel injury. The dolphin calves don't know how to get out of the way of the approaching vessels. And so we're asking for your help to keep them safe. If you see dolphins in the area, please navigate around them, slow your vessel down, and give them a chance to respond. If we lose one single individual dolphin, it has a dramatic impact on the entire community. They're extremely social animals that form long-term bonds. And again, each individual dolphin matters. So thank you for keeping a consistent lookout for wildlife and making efforts to avoid them. I will now pass it over to Mr. Eric Hinton.
Hi, my name is Eric Hinton. I work with the Planning and Development Department at the City of Jacksonville. I coordinate the Manatee Protection Program for the city, and I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank all of our local, state, and federal partners for helping make the waters more safe for manatees in Jacksonville. It's a lot of effort, it's a lot of expertise, and with all of our boots on the ground, and we're incredibly grateful. And with that, oh, sorry, Richard Bowie.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Lieutenant Rich Buey, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Marine Unit. I'm proud and excited to join you here today and the rest of our local, state, federal partners that share the responsibility of protecting Jacksonville's vast waterways and its resources. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the JSO Marine Unit. We are staffed by 2 sergeants and 8 detectives that work 365 days a year, and they are responsible for the enforcement of laws on the 127 square miles of navigable road waterways within Duval County. Each year around this time, we announce an amplified enforcement activity that will take place during this the upcoming months on our waterways. This is done as an effort to protect manatees and to reinforce the importance of safe boating. We will be enforcing the slow speed zones, the manatee zones, and other applicable laws, including boating under the influence. Federal fines range from $93 to $25,000 and up to 6 months in prison under the Endangered Species Act. The United States Fish and Wildlife Service is the principal federal agency responsible for the protection enforcement activities. In addition to the joint efforts with our partners, so far this year, the JSO Marine Unit has conducted 522 patrols, which several were manatee protection deployments. These were done in an effort to ensure that the public is continuously reminded of manatee zones. And as we were told earlier, thank you, that there were three manatee deaths and one by a boat so far this year. That is down significantly from last year, where at this time last year there were 10 manatee deaths. And in total last year, in 2023, 16 manatees were killed in Duval County and 8 in 2022. So let's pay attention out there. Have a great time, but pay attention to our friends out there. And now that it's turning into, as I said last year, perfect manatee weather, I'm going to just thank you all for coming out and joining us today and helping us educate the citizens about this awareness campaign. Have a great and safe weekend. Have a wonderful summer. And at this time, I'd like to bring back Captain Jim Suber to bring it all together. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you, all of our partners in the waterways. Without you guys and ladies, half of this progress that we make wouldn't be done. So thank you to media for coming out today. We do have one other thing that we want to mention. We've got some maps. We've got a new shoal that's building behind Blunt Island on the back river as you are headed towards Clapboard Creek that hadn't been marked yet. It's in the progress of being marked and also dealt with. Councilmember Gay mentioned it, but we want to make sure everybody knows that in that area, use extreme caution right now because it's shallow enough to where low tide is actually coming out of the water, and at high tide it's invisible, but it's just a few feet, actually a couple of feet under the surface of the water. So we want everybody to be aware of that, especially the weekends coming up and all the season that we're having. We're hoping to have that marked within the next few weeks, but in the meantime, we want everybody to be aware of it. So again, thank you, everyone. Thank you to our law enforcement partners and all of our waterways partners for coming today. And we're going to leave it with a little bit of rain. Thanks, everybody.